Welcome to Wave Manga. I am Angel Manga, and this is Solo Leveling Chapter 119 review. So, this is a pretty, I'd have to say, short chapter, although really good. I really love this chapter. It's now, to get into the chapter, I'll get started. It's basically it starts off from the end of the last chapter where Sun Jinwoo says, "To my sister full speed to Kirin." I'm gonna just call it Kirin, the Wyvern. And then we get to see an orc, the Afro orc, being cut down by a high orc. Two high orcs, and it's a pretty good damn chapter. It's basically these kids are what's going on? Why are these orcs helping us? And it's just the high orcs are absolutely crushing these regular orcs, and I'm pretty sure that these high orcs are stronger than when they were alive, so that's great. And you got the general orc, one grabs two regular orcs and just puts it into the ground. It's a really good thing. It's just these orcs are wrecking house. And the students are just wondering what the hell is going on. They're did those monsters just save us? They were protecting us, so yeah. And then Sun Jinwoo's sister comes up next to one of their orcs and is just did my brother come? Is my brother here? It's basically saying all that because she doesn't know what's going on. I don't think she knows Sun Jinwoo's ability, but she tries walking past the high orc and it just does this to try to stop her, and it's just she notices and the orc just points in ahead, and it just shows that it just hears the thuds, and it's basically saying don't go yet, there's still some enemies to defeat. And I have to say one thing about this chapter is really annoying me, that I don't like, is that there are really big where I'm reading it that I didn't like. It's just there were really big gaps between panels, and I hated that. I don't know if it's the website I used, or if it was just or if it was an arts thing, but I'm just gonna mention it. And then we get to see I think the boss of this dungeon, if not, yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's the boss of the dungeon, and it's he's the leader of the Red Blade clan, the Red Blade tribe, sorry. And I'm not gonna even try to say his name. And he looks pretty cool with all his different tattoos, although he's basically a bitch, and he's basically nothing in this chapter. It basically shows that he's a nothing. And although it does give a really cool thing in this chapter, from his point of view, it's he hears these voices in his head to kill humans. Although it's been said before that monsters do hear that in their head, but it's pretty cool that it's not brought up, but it's just every single one just has this little voice in their head saying kill humans. And I think it's just they can't help it. It's just this thing constantly going on in their head, so they just eventually do it. Oh, and we find out that these three high orcs should have died if they were regular high orcs, because well, since there's so many regular orcs and and there are only three of them, I do get where they're coming from, and we do get to see, just wait, and we do get to see the orcs do get defeated, being turned into shadows but reform. That's what's going on. Although we do catch back to Biru and all that. Sun Jinwoo did release basically all his ants to deal with the dungeon, which I think that's a little bit of an overkill. I think Biru could have done it by himself, but nah, it's alright. It's just the ants climbing all over the place. They're dealing with all the monsters. And the guys at the Knights Guild is just oh my god, what the hell is going on? What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? These are all high level enemies, but they're on our side. We don't know if they're gonna betray us. And like the younger guy, the shorter guy, the right hand man to the guild master of the knights, basically asks, hey big brother, what's going on? Or best friend, basically it. And he's trying to figure out, okay, this raid is going on, there are all these ants who are basically dealing with everything, and they're summoned, and he's going through his mind trying to figure everything out when like Biru just stands in front of him, like wondering, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he basically says to Biru, let's go, and Biru just like, sure, why not? But he also runs away, comes straight back with the head of the most powerful creature in this area. Which basically means that Biru just defeated one of the most powerful creatures in this dungeon by himself. And he has like all his ant soldiers with him, so that's pretty good. Although, if Sung Jin-woo would have just like resurrected the twin-headed ogre, I would have been fine, but I don't think that would have worked because it's already an undead. It's just not mine, but I like that. And it's like we get to see like a Death Knight skull in this series, and it's not bad. It's just looks like a regular undead skull. And with all these, I'm basically saying these people are gonna be quite loaded with cheddar after this. And the boss of this dungeon, we cut back to like school, and the boss of the dungeon is basically overpowering the High Orc General and the two other orcs, which is just like reforming out of their shadow energy. So that's good. And like these High Orc, I mean like, not a High Orc, like the dungeon boss is just like swinging a sword back and forth, just trying to defeat like these 3 High Orcs who are protecting him. Although he is basically just tearing them apart, although they are basically regenerating quite quickly. And he figures out, oh, is it a spell? And he thinks in his head, it doesn't matter if I kill him 100 times, 1,000 times, it won't work. It's just I need to kill the humans, because this is the part where we get to see like the kill the humans. And it's just like he grabs his head and it's like, these voices are getting worse. And he's like, I need to finish it or I'm going to go mad. And then like the boss of the dungeon notices Sung Jin-woo's sister and he goes in to kill her. Nothing. He's just gonna kill her. Maybe the voices will stop in his head if he kills a human. That's what I basically think is going on in his head right now. He takes down 2 of the orcs, goes straight for her, grabs her face, and is about to kill her, and says die when he feels it. This is my favorite part of the chapter because it's basically, you screwed up. He feels it. He feels the energy. Then we get to see this black wing shape. We get to see Kieran, which I'm gonna call it Kieran because I have no idea how to say its real name. Kieran is just coming in as fast as possible. Sung Jin-woo's sister, his best friend, is hugging her, basically saying, "Are you okay?" When the head of the boss of the dungeon basically looks up and he feels terrified with such power. His teeth are chattering like, oh my god, something's coming. Something terrifying's coming. And he's basically saying, get the hell out of here, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die. And like Sung Jin-woo's sister is coughing, when Sun Jinwoo puts his hand on her head, basically being, "You're safe now," and he's there. Kieran's outside, by the way. It's just like, and the boss of the dungeon's just stunned. Kieran's outside, basically ready to tear these guys a new a-hole. And like, Sun Jinwoo is just standing there with all this energy coming off him, with the blue energy and the shadows coming off him, readying for battle. And then this guy, just like the boss of the dungeon, tells what his name is, what his title is, and what his tribe's name is. And Sun Jinwoo says, "You shut up and wait." And it's just like, you have like this, like one of his eyes are glowing and mist coming off it, while darkness is just going everywhere. It's just like awesome. I wish I could show you any panels in this chapter because they all look really good, but that's basically, I have to use like the thumbnail that I've normally been using because I can't use anything else, or I'll get copyright struck, and I'm pissed off about that. So that's basically it for solo leveling. That's chapter 19. It was good. Very much build up and very much of a payoff. That Sun Jinwoo is pissed at these guys. And that's it. And this is what, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and that's it. This is Weird Manga. I am Adrian Manga signing out.